What are we selling? What is Genesis Energy selling? Okay, who else? What are we selling? Renewable energy, power, off-grid power solutions, energy solution. What is it? Green energy, clean energy. Okay. That's where the problem is starting from. Right? To you, that's what you are selling. That's the product. That's the concept you are selling. I don't understand whatever it is you are talking about. What's clean energy? I don't know. So that's actually where. So if you walk up to me now and say, I work with a clean energy company. We can do. I don't understand what you are saying. But tell me that I have this lamp that can last between now and this time and this time and this time. Now you are speaking my language. I'm going to get to a point in the session where you'd say that the difference between what you don't sell. How do I explain this now? You sell what you sell in a way that fits into what I'm looking for. If you're not communicating in my language, you will lose me. You would lose me. If I want to teach undergraduates, there's a language I use. If I want to teach kindergarten, there's a language I use. Right? One of the companies I respect so much when it comes to real estate is Adron Homes. Adron Homes. They don't package. They don't try to do this finessed way of advertising. And they are making sales. These are the people you see in the market, sitting down with the market women, telling them, speaking their local language, you can pay this amount. They will break it down. They will tell them, I've sold real estate in Shiloh. I've sold real estate in Redeem Camp. So I know what I've seen when I'm talking to one person, just looking at me like, you are intelligent, but I don't understand. And then a colleague who probably cannot compose, does not have the aura I have, who meets the same person, and the person is like, give me your number. Because the person is able to speak. So I had to learn this the hard way actually. Because I started as a writer. I started writing poetry, writing novels. So when it comes to writing all those things, elevator speeches, I used to write proposals. I was good. So when it got into sales, I thought it was the same ballgame. So let me impress you. Let me let you know that this is what I know. No, they don't. Customers don't care. So can we first, even before I go into the session, can we have specific things that we are selling? So if you meet with, she mentioned restaurants. If you meet with a restaurant MD, what are you selling to the person? Affordable power. Affordable power. Electricity that will save the person cost. Good. We are getting there. We are getting there. So I saw that on the particular website, there's a part where it says that more like, let's get to know, I think defining what you need or something like that. So if you meet an MD of a company now that's, okay, you're on Band-Aid. I went I went home recently to my parents' place in Ibadan, and then I think my dad bought power. And then a few days later, the power finished. And I just heard him shout from the room. So I was laughing. So why I gave that example is that when you meet the MD, you're able to tell the person, I understand your frustration, right? You are probably spending this and this and this. So I have what's it called? An affordable alternative for you, right? Another problem, or one thing that the person wants to know that we also miss out, is that when I come to you, what I want to hear is, have you taken time to actually study my problem to give me specific solution on the spot? Many times we will meet with potential clients, we go over the problem again, we start describing what we do, we try to flex, we try to prove to the person that we are good. It's not about clients don't care about whether you are the biggest energy company in Nigeria. They don't care whether you are the best. They don't care what they care about is, how is this going to save me 10 million naira every month? Simple. Simple. So when we one of the things I do, there's this thing I used to do. Maybe I would go into that tomorrow, hopefully. I used to generate 50 leads from LinkedIn every single day. Maybe I'll try to share with you guys tomorrow. And I would sit down and call each and every one of them every single day. So I call 50 people every day when I was working with a real estate firm. Thankfully, we had we had accommodation. So it was in the same in the same compound. The office was in the first building, the accommodation was in the second building. So 12 a.m. I'm still in full suit and tie. Now, one of my motivation then was I was in charge of training interns. And they had 3 months to make their first sale. So I knew that if these guys are not making sales, it's on me. So I needed to, in fact, it got to a point, if you came to the office around 12 a.m., you would think we are all still in, you would think it's just normal day, because everybody is waiting that Adesina is not going to sleep. Why will I go and sleep? And what I noticed was, I can't call 50 people every day in a month and not make one sale. It's not possible. So most sales people say 10%. I say 1%. And which is why I had to start this session from, please, this is not the first slide. Thank you. I'm going to start from motivation. All right, yeah, please, that's the first slide. I think slideshow, okay. You will permit me, I know normally in this kind of thing, you would have a slide dedicated to introducing yourself and this and that. I don't think, you guys don't care about me. My name is Adesina. You guys, what CEO care about is what gets out of this place. So telling you about what I've done, it makes no sense to you people. Right, so let's just get right into it. Please, what's happening? All right. And one of that's because personally, I'm not really in fact, it was when I started getting, offers that I knew how cheap degrees have become. Right? I don't know, I've been offered 3 honorary doctorate degrees. I forgot it, but I was shocked. I was like, is this how cheap honorary degree in entrepreneurship? I said, I've not even done $1 billion US. You are giving me an honorary doctorate degree. They gave me one ambassador for West African Youth Council. I said, and then, so I noticed that actually these are the problems. You start a business, you are still just trying to pull up. They satisfy you early with accolades, and then your head is just puffed up. Like you now put, for example, I have this is not to brag, by the way. I have a what's it called, CFEI, then a BIDA, and I'm about to complete my FM. That's Financial Valuation and Wealth Management certification. There's this guy that is a friend on LinkedIn. So I saw the APC, PDP. So I now went to actually Google all those the meaning, and I discovered that these were undergraduate competitions on campus. Debate the UIDLC. I was shocked. In fact, there was I had to tell someone that, do you know Tony has a doctorate degree? Elumelu. Why don't you call him Dr. Tony? It was these things. So basically, okay. Thank you so much. Please, can I have someone there? Okay, don't worry. I'll do it. Okay, this is it. All right. So why are we here? Aminat, please, I need you here. Why are we here? Why are you guys seated together this morning to listen to this guy? You don't even know whether he has sense or not. Why are we here? And why we here is not just so that, like you said, it's not just so that we can build a successful company. No. I'm talking to us individually now. Why are you giving me your attention? Why do I deserve your attention? Remove the fear of even losing your job. No, remove it. That, okay, if I don't sell, maybe they fire me. No, remove it. Remove. I don't know how, but I've never been scared of losing a job. I used to work in IIT, if you know, international student. I was earning in dollars. Fresh graduates, my aunt just got me 8 months. I resigned. In fact, I resigned and I was disowned. And I was sent out of my house and all those things. And that was actually, that's like the biggest heartbreak of my life, but that's also my biggest blessing. Because if that didn't happen, I would never be here today. I'm telling you. I was homeless. I've been homeless 3 times. But why I'm saying this is, why are you here? You as a person. I tell you, once you crack sales, you are forever valuable. I tell you. I've sold food, I've sold clothes, I've sold electronics, I've sold real estate, I've sold shoes, I've sold traveling agency, I've sold media, I've sold graphics designing, I've sold web design. In fact, at a point, some people, they for example, maybe someone has known me since 2020. If they see me today, is that, you know, the snacks pack guy? No, I'm no longer the snacks pack guy. It's then I sell snacks pack. But I've discovered that I can change easily into whatever it is I want to do, and I'll fit in perfectly. In fact, I have a rule, 90-day rule. You can build a brand in 90 days. People will forget whoever it is you were in 90 days. I've done it over and over and over again. 90 days. People, in fact, if you scam someone, it's 90 days. You can clean your image. I'm telling you. So why I'm saying all these things, why you personally now, why are you here? Do you want to get, oh, Aminat, please, distribute to that workbook. What's your dream? What do you want to achieve? Not what does the company want you to achieve. You as a person now. You as a person. How much do you want to make? I like a quite vulnerable class. So permit me to ask some personal question. What's your financial goal for this year? How much do you hope to make this year? 50 million. Okay. See your colleagues are dapping you. We are getting there. We are getting there. What's your financial business? One else, please. Okay, take person. One house, please. 10 million naira. Okay. Financial goal. So that revenue, 10 million naira. Okay. You did not. Okay. Okay. So number one rule. Blessing is here. I don't employ anybody unless you display an extra level of hunger. That anybody that does not have a personal goal. I don't. In fact, I would rather you be hungry and not be skilled. And I can train you because I know your hunger will drive you to anything. I learned web design in one night. I can call someone who was there to tell you. We were planning a program. I was in final year planning a program to give out grants to students. And if you hear me say give out grants, you think I'm rich. Actually, but we're planning a program and then we didn't have money to do the website. And I was like, I've always known these things, even before I got into school, that you can learn anything on YouTube. I sat down with YouTube. I started from WordPress, got to hostinger.com. I bought domain, went back to WordPress, and I built the website we used for that event in one night. In fact, it was on a borrowed laptop. But what drove me? There's something personal driving me. Once you don't have, in fact, it's in 2 ways. Once you don't have a goal, then forget about achieving anything. The second part is now even dangerous. Once there's no consequence for you not achieving that goal, you can't achieve it. If you don't make that 50 million, what will happen? Nothing. Don't lie. You will go again next year, Abi. That's why you will not achieve it. It's not a course. You understand? Because there's no consequence. We are still on why are we here. This is September. We still have 4 months. 3 months. October, November, December. right? And I think the idea of having clusters, they should be given specific goals. As at 20, my goal was 500 million. We had a team like that to do it, and in 4 months we did over 400 million in real estate. The two sales was 300 million and 100 million were done by interns, 2 undergraduates. I was the team lead. I just taught them and guided them through, and they did it. In fact, I think I just did about maybe 5 million or 10 million in sales. In fact, one of the interns now, I was supposed to be promoted to a branch manager when I resigned, took my position because he was just so good. Now, we employed about 20 of them. We were able to retain only 3 of them. The guy that did 300 million, when it happened, I was not surprised. Why? Because I used to train the staff every morning. So I'll take videos and then I'll teach them. If he's the only one that I will recommend a book, and in 2 weeks you come back and say, I've read the book. And I said, there were people, head of sales, head of marketing, head of kiniko, head of, they were not reading. See, why I gave that example is so that you can live here with head knowledge and you think you know. But I'm begging you, don't do that. You can live here with, okay, I now know that if I do code calling, the real thing is in the doing. Is in the doing. Is in the doing. Honestly is in the doing. So when it comes to your personal motivation, if you check the workbook I gave you, the first question there, what's your biggest dream? What's your biggest dream? Because regardless of what the COO says, honestly, I think driving you, we'll just be wasting our time. That's the truth. By the way, when I was staying in the office at 12 a.m., my salary was 75,000 naira. And sometimes we receive salary maybe 20th of the following month. I'm telling you facts. Facts. But I was not there for the salary. I just knew that I was there for something. So, in fact, the interns that made sale, when they announced them that they made sale, I was not waiting for them to give me a part of their commission. I took them out instead. Because I can't explain it though. I don't know. You know, I've had a lot of drama in my life. I didn't defend my project in school. You know, I was locked out of the school portal for like 48 hours. I thought I would not graduate. In fact, my mom had to check my convocation list for me. You are intelligent now, because I dare a lot of things. I just cannot settle for. In fact, the first time I entered business class, I had to save for like 2 months or 3 months. Why? The last time I entered a flight, and I saw how they were packing us like mushroom. All of us were queuing. I said, no. I can't be here. So I said, I'm not going to enter flight or travel until I can afford the business class. I stopped wearing suits, even if I started wearing only black kaftan, because I decided that I don't want to be wearing cheap suit again. I didn't have the money. So at that point, I just bought 2 suits, 2 shirts. So I'll just be rotating. Dry clean. See, if you are here and you have threshold for managing, you can manage things a lot. This class won't do much for you. Honestly. You need to be tired. You need to be... How many of us are worried about Nigeria economy? Like the price, No, we are not worried. I'm not worried. Why? See, I was telling her, I said, I vowed that I won't tolerate anything like, this Nigeria in my ears. So when I got home, and then any small thing, I think for the first 2 days, my mom was complaining about fuel. I feel that car. When my dad also screamed for power, I bought 50,000 hour in the thing. Sometimes you've heard so much about what is going on negatively that you can't even picture the possibility of you living above it. This is not a faith thing. This is a universal law. It's a universal law. It's a universal law. There's this quote I love so much. In fact, I think it was a good foundation for me. You can't feature in a future you have not pictured. The fact is, how many of us, I know we dream, we hope that it will come, but how many of us have actually imagined a life without worrying about bills? No, not everybody has. That's the truth. In fact, I learned to dream in specifics. Oh God, I need a car. I need a Toyota Hilux 2024 GR Sport. Specific. Many of us, our goals are not specific. How much, in fact, set it. My litmus test of coming to this session is that in 3 months, I make 50 million naira. Now you know. Ubon King says when you have a goal and you have a timeline, you become a madman. You won't need motivation again. In fact, they will be telling you, calm down now. In fact, people have not started telling me calm down. I don't believe I'm doing enough. So why are we here? That's still the question. Because so that when nobody is there to even say, call now, reach out now, you will do it on your own. Because, you know, how does I'll calculate my commission. I do 15 million. They used to pay us 10% commission then. That's 5 million naira. I buy new suits, new shoe, a new phone. Have it highlighted. If I can beg you for something, everything you hear from this session, take it literally. Don't assume that it's just in context. That's one of my secrets. If I read in a book of someone I admire, that this person quit the person's job, the next day I'm quitting. I'm not saying that particular example now. I'm just saying that's how I take things literally. For example, when I read this book by Donald Trump, The Art of the Deal, where he was talking about, he was referencing Warren Buffett, that I read 6 hours a day. I started it. I can be reading and sleeping and waking up. Oh, I started it. You work harder on yourself than you work on your job. When you work hard on yourself, your job will become easy. When you are toiling to work harder on your job, in fact, you will be fixed to that job. But when you are individually valuable, even if I hire you tomorrow, you are still a big boy. In fact, you will be indispensable. So you are, what's it called now, a salesperson? No, it's not that I want to make sales for the company. I want to become a sales beast. I will now work harder to make myself individually valuable. But that will only also come from me driving myself well. Anybody? What did you like about that video? You want to say nothing? Okay. Anybody? Please go ahead.
When you set a goal, it will time to achieve.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Any other person? Go ahead, please. Hungry. You want something? You need to be motivated to achieve anything. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for that. If you want recommendation of movies like this, I can give you. Okay, that's a very good one. Okay. Yeah. There was a time I was in a program with Dr. Cosmas Maduka, and he said, you guys should go and price what it costs to enter a private jet. Go and price a Rolls Royce. was in a program of, let's say, about 200 people. One sign up to a golf course and things like that. All I knew was that, at least in the firm, I was probably the only one who did that thing. Everything I'm hoping to buy right now, I've priced it. Every single thing. I know almost all the name of private jet rentals in this country. I've never been on one. I had the opportunity once, but I didn't. What am I trying to say? There's nothing that can motivate you to make the sacrifice, because this thing will cost you something. Do we agree? There's nothing, okay, permit me, but it's a belief. You don't have to agree with it. But I believe that if you really want to achieve something great, there's nothing like work-life balance. I said it's you don't have to, thank you. Thank you. I've been rushed from the study to the hospital before. From the study to the hospital during COVID. I was reading this book, it's as tall as this, Business Essentials, Volume 4. I didn't study business, I studied mass communication. They will be begging me, come and eat, come and... There are sacrifices. I don't know how to do any other thing in my life apart from what I'm doing. I can't play ball, I can't play PS, I don't know how to sing, I don't dance, I don't even have fashion sense. That's why I wear black. Monday to Sunday, this is how you see me. So it will cost you something. If you are talking entertainment, I can't contribute. It's just this one thing. But when we get into books, maybe business books, not even everyday book, business books. For example, I do this, I dare people, go on YouTube, find any video of Warren Buffett, watch it and tell me what it says. If I cannot tell you what is contained in the video, I'll give you 100K. If you want to try me. I've watched every single video. The last one they did of Berkshire annual report, what's it called it? I've watched it. And go and check the annual, annual shareholders meeting. Minimum is 7 hours. 7 hours. It will cost you. Let's settle down first. It will cost you. It will cost you. Because nothing good comes easy. So when it comes to, that's why it has to come, nobody can motivate you to get results. It has to come from within. We can only try to show you what's possible. But once it's not your own will, it will just be talking. Honestly. So you have to just settle it with yourself that, okay, this, I want to do it. What will it take? Everything has a cost. Every single thing. There's this rule called, how many of us have heard about the 10,000 hours? And for example, my videos started popping up maybe just December last year, or maybe the first quarter of this year. I've been doing videos since 2017. I used to have a YouTube channel that I review books there every single day. Maximum views, 5, and they are my cousins. The next day, I will go again, I'll do it. It's just the normal way. It's even for God to reap the word, you have to kill Jesus. So nothing is free. Nothing is free. And that's why it has to be you now. So that when it's now time to make sacrifice, you know that I've been locked up in Transcorp cell before. I tell you, I take risk. You don't know. I'm telling you now, they have a cell. And I've been locked up there before. I've been sued. There are some, I was telling someone recently that some problems, when they start occurring in your life, it's a sign that you're making progress. There are some problems that if they're not coming, it's a sign that you're still small. It's not everyone. The Transcorp one is Agidi. Right? So, but I'm still saying that it is still that will that at all costs. What happened? I wanted to start doing investors dinner so that I can sell real estate to them and all those things. One client was supposed to pay in the morning. I didn't have any money in my account. I'd already booked reservation, transcorp. We did dinner, finished. Client did not pay. 10 p.m. they closed. Sir, come and pay. I said bank problem. As at 12 p.m., please go and lock him up. All the guests have eaten, and it was free. Because that's the way you bring people together, you feed them, then you talk business. So actually, I closed someone there that was buying 1 acre of land, but she was supposed to pay the next morning. So even when they were locking him, I was laughing that at least just one night, this guy will pay tomorrow morning, I'll pay you guys. So honestly, I was not feeling bad. I got to this, I was gisting with the security guys. I've settled it long ago that this thing it will cost me. That's why I told them, your friends think that you're making $150, fuck them. I told you my own, when they saw that I was moving mad, they sent me out of the house. And it wasn't with notice. My dad just came in on Friday. I was 21. He said, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You got to job in IT, you resigned. You did it, you resigned. I give it to Sunday to leave this house. And that was it. And from family I came from, you don't beg my dad until his body has calmed down by himself. So even my mom was just looking like this. And I left. As a graduate, I've done car wash. I've sold electronics in traffic. I was smart too. In fact, I had written 2 books before then. But when you don't have a phone, how do you want to sell? You couldn't even carry clothes because I didn't know where I was going to. So I still needed to make money. So I went to the guy. I was able to carry my laptop. So I went to meet the guy. I said, take my laptop, give me 1 headset. I'll go and sell and come back and give you the money. It will cost you. It will cost you. In fact, anybody that cannot share what it costs them to, do you know that some people, they can't really share their success story? Because there are areas they don't want you to know, or that cannot be public. Before December ends, the next 3 months, how much do you want to make? If you can calculate maybe to set up this kind of thing for this kind of restaurant, this is what it would cost. So how many restaurants or how many companies do I need to sign up? Specific. Don't just set that. What's now my commission from this thing? What is it that I want to do with that commission? Specifics. When I was working in the real estate firm, we have like 12 estates. You will only find me selling 2. And those are the 2 most expensive because I saw the commission is. So this one, if I sell just 1 plot, I'm a big boy. So I did not want to stress myself. That one was harder, but so I might not make sale in like 1 month, 2 months, but when I make sale, it's a big sale. And I told you, I will go on LinkedIn. There's a way we extract contacts from LinkedIn. Hopefully, I'll show you tomorrow. We extract contact and I will call them. People will curse me, swear for me, you are a scammer, don't call my line again, you are this, you go and scam your father at home, go and call again the next day. You will call 50 people, only 1 person is saying, I will think about it. How many of us are scared of rejection? How many of us have eaten breakfast? See, sales is where you eat it for a living. It becomes gym. They will break your heart if it won't pay you again. Someone will tell you now that send me the document you filled. I'm making payments now. They will ghost you. They will just block you. Maybe commission is coming in. Hello, that car, please. I'm coming to pay it tomorrow. The next time, client has blocked you. So you want breakfast? This is it. Oh, I've cried. By the way, I got into real estate from backlogs of a failed company I started, a digital agency. I had 14 staff that was owing 2 months' salary. So I was there waiting for, let me just make sale and sort it. In fact, one of them said they will call me out on Twitter. I said, call me. Maybe one person will look at the person you are calling at and say, I look at this young man trying to do something. Please let me pay for him. I said, please call me out. You reach a point, people cannot shame you again. You've given up the shame. In fact, the shame is now your brand. You don't care again. But that's actually where the motivation starts, because now you are not impressing anybody. It's my money I'm looking for. It's my money. It is my money. It's my money. And I like the fact that there are several people here. Jack Welch started as a casual worker before he grew to be the number one person in General Electric. It is will. If you want to do this thing, you give it what it takes. And that's why I said, paint that picture. What exactly will you use your commission for when it enters? Now, if you want to take a vacation, maybe 1 week vacation in Transcorp, go and make an inquiry about it. Tell them to even show you the room, if they will. Now, see what you will do if it happens, and see what you will miss if it does not happen. One of the things I love so much in business is called debt financing. You know why? If it's equity, whether I make the money or I don't make the money, maybe you won't share in the business. But debt, you are quarter to kiri. So you are on your toes. So if someone comes to me now, I have this business idea, I tell them, I don't give money, I borrow money. And you sign agreement. If you don't pay, I lock you. Even though what's it called? Borrowing is not criminal. It's not a criminal. What's it called? But what am I trying to say? You don't. There's this analogy that if you put frog inside cold water and you put the cold water on the fire, as the temperature increases, the frog will keep enduring until it dies. But when you put hot water and you put frog inside, it will jump out. Many of us, we can endure. Your endurance threshold is so high. If they like, they should sell for 10,000. You can still end. You see, your salary is not changed, but you just know how to manage yourself. And to you, it's a skill. You think it's a strength. Don't worry, I can manage. A guy is toasting you and telling, don't worry, I can manage with you. I can suffer with you. You think it's a skill. No. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because we will get into authority now and I'll be showing you the things you need to do to master products. We'll get into sales and talk about consumer behavior. Sometimes you know a client has the money. You follow up the clients for maybe like 1 month. You've not even met the clients. Just prepping, just doing your due diligence, just doing your homework. So that even if it's just 5 minutes you have with the person, you are certain of the sale. Certain of the sale. I've followed the client for 1 year before you make payment. Because some deals don't come. See, permit me, there are some examples. I'll just like, why do you think that? I'm not saying it is right. Right? I'm not saying it is right. For example, I think there's this stigma about bank marketers that some of them sleep with their clients. There's nothing that is free. There has to be something you are giving. It doesn't have to be your body, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying that this is now where you now understand. How many of us have seen Suits, the movie Suits? Complete. You know Harvey Specter. There's this lawyer used to say that, he said something that if they point a gun to your head and you are behind the wall, what do? He said there are still 99 ways for you to save yourself. And he said if you're trying to get something from someone and the person is not forthcoming, find a debt on the person. Debt, D-I-R-T. It means that you want my body, I will your. I'm trying not to, I don't want to teach rogue marketing, but I'm telling you that everybody has something. It doesn't have to be something bad, don't get me wrong. For example, this person likes to go for, what's it called? Maybe the person likes to go for clubbing. The person likes to drink. Buy the person alcohol. The person likes to go to golf club. Buy the person maybe a new cap or a new stuff. Even the Bible says the gift of a man makes room. It's not, another translation did not say, it said giving open is gift, not skill, not talent. Gifts. You're trying to meet someone who you're saying you're just working there. We'll see a video shortly, right, when we get into authority. Right. Now I will wrap up with motivation with this. Right. And it's a simple statement that I'm sure all of us have heard before. When there's a will. Let me ask you a question. Please, can you give me like a price for a particular product? Anyone? Or let's just say a budget that something can cost. Okay. $1 million per good. Who are like the target audience for that particular one? CNI customers. What was CNI? Okay. So we are looking at let's say the likes of, is it the likes of what's it called? UG Giko, this furniture company in Abuja. You see, I don't even know. Okay, yeah, they're in Kuje. How do I know them? I went to sell automated investment for their employees to them in Kuje. So I think you see Google or something like that. So $1 million. Thank you. Before December, can I close one company like that? What's my commission? 1%. That is 10 is 100 million. Is 1 million, right? So 10 is 100,000. That's $1,000. That's $10,000. That's $10,000, right? No, 100 is 10%. 1% is $10,000. $10,000 for Christmas. That's not bad. Is it possible? No, I'm actually asking us. By December. So it's not possible by December. Slightly not possible by December. Okay. Okay, do we think it's possible or not? Can I close a company for $1 million gas project between now and December? Can we do that? What can $10,000 do for you by December? Good. You know that even apart from the commission, that would forever be a bragging right. I did a $1 million deal within 3 months. In fact, when you owed Mike, I'll sit down and learn. What gave me the audacity to think that it is possible? Because I've been a part of a team that our team lead was sent to Dubai, and in 3 months, he closed a property of $1 million. So I've seen it happen. And our commission was even 5%. Look, I think 2.5. Our life changed. It has changed till now. Our life changed forever. She left the job and just became a Dubai. She's in Dubai permanently now. Changed forever. Thank God I said this before, that when there's a will, you can't now say I want to eat that thing, and then you're talking to only one industrial company per. In fact, if you want to eat this goal, we can't be seeing you in the office. No, you think they'll come and meet you in the office? No, we can't be seeing you in the office. See, hold on. Let's say you are in HR, admin or legal, and you close $1 million in sale. They can move you to head of sales. One of my mentors will say, results terminate insults. See, nobody hates you. Nobody, someone say, I don't hate you. It's a lie. Have money. When there's a will, there's a way. You just list out. Okay, first, let's start from how many companies that can pay this are in Abuja? And I'm saying I'm going to talk to all of them. And it's not just walking and say, I came to drop a proposal. No. You are a guy. You walked in, you see the secretary. Maybe you have like a bottle of wine. I just now see a fine girl today at this particular place. See, when they said it's only a thief that know how to catch a thief. Have you liked a girl before that you started doing the things that you don't like doing? You are not a fool. You suddenly you just like cartoon. You just you just fall in love. Like, I just love cartoon. It's because of how the same thing with sales. The same thing. You don't like yellow girls, but the secretary is yellow. Oh my God. I just have this soft spot for yellow ladies. I don't know. See, I say it all the time that you don't, there's nothing like what's it called? I like to sell, I want to say, but I'm shy, or I do not talk to people. No, this is the act. You become whatever your goals need you to be. You become whatever. That's it. When there is a will, you become whatever it is. If you need me to be the loudest person in the room, I will be. Need me to start playing football, I will go and learn. You can't have result and have excuse at the same time. Once you can have an excuse of why it cannot be possible, it's already impossible. Already. It's either I do it or I do it. There's no in between. There's no... There's no in between. It's either I get it done or I get it done. Please. Okay, so into the branding now. Read what is on the board. Okay, hold on, just hold on there. How many of us are hardworking here? You know you are hardworking. Okay. Sales. Where I'm going to with this is still part of the motivation, right? The personal brand. When it comes to who you now want to be and what you want to do, leave us the story. Get the job done. Even when you start selling Genesis energy, right? So you won't be the person to tell the client that we had this, we had that, we had. I used to say something that companies, what's it called? Core values. I don't believe you should say it. People should see it and say, this company, they are very professional. You can say your core value is excellence. Meanwhile, what we say your core value is that you are rubbish. And that's your real brand. Actually, your brand is not what you say you are. Your brand is what people say you are when you are not even in the room. So where am I going to? All of us here, we need to get to a point where we become Genesis energy. Let's sort this out once and for all. You cannot get the kind of result you want to get if Genesis energy does not become your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner. You can't be in and out. You can't be on the fence. I'm telling you. The name of the game is called obsession. I'm just here so that, maybe when I get a better job, already you can't deliver. Because you can't even sell something passionately when you are not in love with it. You have to talk about energy, the energy industry. What's the size of the Nigerian energy market?
The capacity of what?
The size of the market, maybe like the market cap. What's it worth? No, I mean in monetary, not the size of the energy we are generating, the size of the energy business, the energy industry. Who are the biggest spenders in energy? Who are the top 5 energy companies? These are actually rhetorical questions. These are rhetorical questions. Such that 2 minutes with you, you're already an energy god. How many people know you? But when they think of energy, they don't think about you. When people on your contacts think about energy, think about solar, do they actually think about you? We lose a lot of business casually because people around you need this thing. Maybe someone is like, and our company, we are spending more on power, but you've never talked about it before around your people, so they can't even recommend you to others. And that's why I say it has to be obsession. You become the encyclopedia of Nigerian energy space, global energy space, so that people meet. In fact, people start calling you, what's your name? Lilia Energy. They start attaching it to you. People, they can't even remember. Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Are you white? That girl is energy. It's just energy. It has to become what you live and breathe. It has to become what you live and breathe. You have to become it. You have to fall in love with it. Energy. Wake me up from sleep and ask me about energy. I'm answering you. Such that you have maybe like 10 companies in Abuja that you've done there. Maybe you just visit them, you've psyched them, you've seen, you know the value of the kind of solar power solution they need. So when you walk in there, you are not cramming. You've worked on it even before you met them. I had investment proposals for real estate designed for several caliber of people when I was in real estate. When I meet you, I'm not thinking. I just cycle. I know it is caliber you fall into. So if you have this, this is what you can do. If you have already prepared. Every company, I told you now, that I work. As I'm looking at you, I'm thinking, what can I offer you? How can you drive out in the morning and drive out at night and you didn't have any lead? How? You went out in the morning, came back at night, and you were seeing potential clients like this. And there's nothing. You didn't even think about what can I offer this person. You walked into a restaurant and they take lights. And you see the manager, hello, I like your hair. From there, like, are you guys have any alternative power supply for this place? Sales are started. Let me get your number. I actually have something I'd like to send to you. From there, you want to know who is the decision maker. You will know your target audience like the back of your palm. So when you see them, you can recognize them. But it has to be what? You have to lead. It has to be something you are thinking to yourself. A man is what he thinks about all day long. Many of you are working in an energy company, but you're actually a makeup artist. Because that's what you think about all day long. It has to be energy. You cannot do this thing if you are not obsessed. Honestly. Especially with this kind of $1 million is not a small money. You can't do it if you are not obsessed. It's impossible. The reason why I didn't, where we brought a workbook is so that whatever it is I'm saying, you can now distill it into your own language and write it. So when you go back to read, you are reading your own words, not one. I did marketing communication, so when it comes to branding, I can tell you theories of branding, various scholars of branding. But after all said and done, you'll just be able to also write a book on branding. How many of us create content on what we do? On energy? How many of us use LinkedIn? How many followers? 500 plus. Not less than. How many of us have over 1,000 followers on LinkedIn? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, good. 4,000, 5,000. How often do you post on LinkedIn? You don't post. Wow. Okay. Do you do marketing? Not at all. Who does marketing here? You do marketing personally. Okay. What platform do you use? Instagram. How often do you post? Give me my phone. What's your Instagram handle?
No,
And what's your Insta? Are you scared? What's your Instagram handle? Decision. Please type it. Okay. Don't worry, you just type it in. You said you do marketing now. I didn't call you. I don't say you do marketing. Are you still typing? You don't. Okay. All right. I help businesses with okay. Hold on. Okay, so now both of us know what you do. There is no energy. Okay. So we know why you're not making sales. You can't wake up, if you have my contact, you can't wake up in the morning and go back to sleep at night, 7 days a week, without seeing something from me about what I do. I go live every day. I do live session every day. I post video every day, Monday to Sunday. And I still have people I teach every single day. Obsession. Obsession. It has to become, do what? Like you become it. It is all you think about. Even when I'm in church, I'm reading. As we're coming, what was I listening to? How many people did I listen to before we got here? I'm always feeding. If I'm not listening to Myron Golden, I'm listening to Tony Lumelu, I'm listening to Warren, I'm listening to Dan Locke, I'm listening to what's it called, Jimmy, Demon. I'm always listening. If I'm not listening, I have a book with me at all times. And I'm not just reading for head knowledge. As I'm doing it also, I have businesses that we are testing. You're opening an interior decor company in Abeokuta. So even as I'm learning, I'm failing, but I'm learning fast. I'm failing fast. That's even between both of us. I'm learning and doing. Many of us, we are just learning. We are not doing. We become it. It becomes an obsession. I think that's a video. Light. One of the
opportunity here. Whole firms going up. Are you nuts? That is way. What we like is now. On this. Yeah. Should we get rid of this one? All right, then we'll start with this trade. Wait, I was just saying that this is on the next one. To your office, we mentioned. Let me put my secretary on and she'll take care of it.
Yeah. Next slide. So we are getting into sales proper now. We are getting into sales proper now. And this part is where we talk about the product. At all times, when you're in conversation or you're meeting with a client, you have to be here and your client here. Worst case scenario, be here. Your client should never be here and you're here. You lose the sale. What does that mean? You are the boss. I don't care if the person is a billion. Because guess what? Money is a reward. The deal is a reward. It's not charity now, is it? That means there's a value you are bringing that they need. They need it. Am I communicating? When you go to the hospital, do you tell the doctor, okay, give me 2 tetracycline. That price is too high. You know what? Just give me 1 injection. No, you don't. Why? Your life is at stake. You can die. You might think what you are selling is not life and death. But actually, there's a way you present whatever it is you are selling that people hold it in high regard. They hold it in high regard, which is where branding that we talked about comes in. There's something they call priming. You brought me here today because I primed you. I created an impression of myself even before you met me with the quality of the things I put out. The fact is, for example, if you're meeting me now that I don't know whether people do it, but I know that I do it. If you tell me that you sell something, the first thing I'm doing is to Google it or go to Instagram and check it out. You do it, right? Thank God. So I'm not alone. So my name is so and so. We did in energy, we did in this. And let me say this. When you're meeting a client, they're not buying the company, they're buying you. Forget whatever it is the company has. It's just another advantage. The primary person they are connecting to is you. I've sold land that went into problem because the person did not even care about the company. It was just me. So when you are there, forget the credibility, forget the branding of Genesis Energy. It is now you and them. Because one of the bloodline of corporate sales is relationship management. Is relationship. I like to keep myself. Remember what I said. You become whatever the job needs you to be. Look at the way the call went. The guy was the master of the call. When he told him 2,000 shares, maybe he was thinking you just buy 50, and that's another problem. Many of you meet someone who can do a business of $1 million. You're selling them 100 million. Okay, let me start from here. How many of us know that there's something called money phobia? The first time I was to present a budget of 35 million naira, I could not pronounce it. I was in front of the board like this. I was saying, so this is the budget. The woman said, how much? I said, this is it, ma. Real life story. I said, this is it. How much? I said, it's just, because I didn't know how to put it. Me that came on bike. But so even before I got there, I had defeated myself. Don't lie. If I tell you not to go and pitch a business of 100 million, can you actually, and you know, be saying, you see, I like honest people. How many of us have done business of 10 million naira? It doesn't have to be Genesis, like any business whatsoever, 10 million naira. It's not down, I'm going up. 10 million naira. Okay, 50 million. Okay, so we have work to do. I'm not going to lie to you. There's something called financial threshold, and it's real. It is real. I'm not going to lie to you. For someone who has done 10 million naira, it's easy for him to do 50 million naira than you who has not done 10 million naira. Because he's already comfortable with tens of millions. You are not. You might assume you are, but you are not. Trust me, you are not. So what you want to do is called the money rehearsal. It's called money rehearsal. So you want to surround yourself with big figures. You want to read news of big figures. You want to start saying big figures a lot of times. Because when you think you just get and say, you know that you get a million dollars. I'm telling you what I'm saying is real. As funny as it sounds, it is real. There's something called financial threshold. How many of you have you get this one right? That somehow, even if 1 million comes to your account, if it has not reached 15,000 naira, your body has not calmed down. Check it. What's the amount of money? What's the range of money that's used to last in your account? That you can have in your account for a prolonged time. That's your threshold. That's where you are financially. Yeah. That's where you are financially. And it will be good if it's just financially, but that's where you also are mentally. And the subconscious is even more powerful than the conscious mind. So you want to start doing money rehearsals. Some of us, we can't even hold 500,000 naira for 2 days. You will see a new bag on Instagram. It has to go back to 400k. Then your body, okay, now we are back to default now. And some of us is 20. You just have 20, 50k, 25k, 30k. That's the one you are comfortable with. Once it goes to 100, you're like, oh, shrimp, seafood okra. It is not you, it's your subconscious mind. There's something called financial threshold. It's real. Very real. I'm telling you. Very real. And see, nothing happens by accident. You work on it. No, you don't, it doesn't go by assumption that I will grow out of it. You consciously work on it. Consciously work on it. You just notice that, especially for those of us who have not really done business in millions, you want to be talking about it every day. Make video talk about the $1 million deal, the 50 million naira project. But it's even 10 million we've not done, and we are saying $1 million. How far, lot? It's far, truly. But like I still say, it is 90 days. I would recommend a movie for us, Undercover Billionaire. We should check it out. They built $1 million business in 90 days. And don't watch that movie and think it's because, see, many of us also, the reason we are not getting results of other people is that we make excuse for why they are getting results. Someone just closed a deal of 50 million. You say it's because it's our uncle. Shut up. The person gets results. Learn. What did you say? You two, don't you have uncle? Sometimes we just, you see, and the worst part is those people that always, you are angry with rich people. How do you want to be rich? Every time you see it, you are like, oh, this is ritualist. You've already told yourself that I'm poor, I belong to the poor class. You can't attract what you eat. Your colleague is doing 10 million naira. That person should become your best friend, not your enemy. Because this is where we think we are doing well, but we're actually just hurting ourselves the more. As you are right now, some people will get it faster. If you have not gotten it, you join yourself to that train, to that camp. How did you do it? You understudied the person. Financial threshold is real. For example, I used to live with, what's it called? My mom growing up. If you know about it, there's a place they call Overrated also. From the name itself, you know, it's like, I don't know how to compare it to Abuja, but it's like back of, the Conk Ibadan. That's where it is. For example, like when my best friend from secondary school, the week we finished WAEC, he impregnated 2 girls. So you can see where I was coming from, like, deep. Everybody, my biggest dream as at age 14, 15 was to have a job. I don't know the kind of job. Open a provision store for my wife and be driving Nissan Xterra. What's it called? Nissan Primera. Because that's what my neighbor that has 3-bedroom flat. I rent a 3-bedroom flat. That's the peak. Every day I wake up and we were living in one room apartment. 3-bedroom, Nissan Primera. I go to work in the morning, come back at night, go to my wife's shop, and we'll go home at night. Dream. That was it. That was the height. But I left it and I started living. So I gained admission to school, and then my uncle insisted I started living with him. For the first time in my life, I was waking up to see 6 cars in the compound. Are you a ritualist? I'm telling you, that was where my transformation started from. The biggest gift I ever had was that there was a study in the house. I was just like, okay, thank God I had affinity for reading. And actually, it was not like affinity for reading also. Growing up, they thought I had Down syndrome because I don't talk. So they used to seclude me from conversations. So I'll just pick up my elderly one's book and start reading. That was how I just got obsessed with books. In fact, till now, when my parents watch my video, they look at me like, are you the same person? Is there like a spirit? Because at home, I don't talk. So, but then, when I go there, I started seeing, there was one day, all of us just went, I went to Spa, we were in Lagos. Then he just took I think I had a phone then, one Asha 200. So he took my cousins, like 2 of them, then my sister, about 4 of them. And he told them, go into the store, pick any phone you like. Eh? You mean they should not check the price? They should just pick it. So it was communicating possibilities to me. That's so you can get to a level where you enter a mall and you're not checking the price tag. So many of us, we have a lot of possibilities. You don't believe that some life exists or that is obtainable. I lived with a woman that she just woke up one morning and she saw that her daughter had something on her body, and she booked flights to the UK that same day. Just because of me that will have chicken pox, there is palm oil. You are changing weather for children. But why am I saying all these things? Financial threshold is real. Many of you need to wake up and go and watch Selling Tampa on Netflix, Selling Manhattan, all those movies where they show affluent stuffs. Go and be feeding you, go and start getting comfortable. Some of you will enter an organization where you want to close deals. The luxurious ambience can kill the audacity in you. You will now be careful. Don't let me stand their chairs. You will think it's a joke until you get there. Honestly speaking, you just be too careful. They will know that, this one that is, if I give this one now, and like I told you, you are representing the company. At that point, it's you that they will use to judge. If I give this one 1 million naira, I said they will run away. Because they can say that you're not comfortable with the ambience. You're not comfortable with the kind of deal that you're saying out of your mouth. And you need audacity to sell. Because also, as a trying to sell, some people will try to cheat you. They try to do a lot of things, play pranks on you. So you need audacity. You need audacity. But you that maybe you came in with, I don't know if there's company vehicle, but maybe you came in with Uber, Toyota Corolla. Apologies to whoever is doing Toyota Corolla. And then the person you want to go and talk to, what's it called? A Land Cruiser with 2 e-locks of Mopo. You're already doing blood of Jesus before you even. That shows that the person is here, you are here. And you're already losing that sale. So morning rehearsals is where you start from. MONEY. You look at yourself in the mirror and you live that lifestyle in your mind. Imagination is free. Many of you need to go to an expensive restaurant and just buy water. But just be there. Just be there. Honestly speaking, see, a child that is born in a rich home and a child that is born in a poor home, even if they do not give that child in a rich home a kobo, the possibility and the mindset he has already given an advantage over this other one. Because from small, you already see the dad bought cars of hundreds of million naira. So he knows hundreds of million is not anything. If you send him out of the house, he's still going with 100 million naira here. For you, that the maximum you've seen is a new TV of 25,000 naira. Have you get what I'm trying to say? Financial threshold is real. And we can't sell high ticket offers if you yourself, your financial threshold is not high. You can't. The assumption is that if you are coming to sell to me a product of $1 million, you are a millionaire. And let me ask you a question. Is it money? What's it called? How do I ask the question now? How do you know you are rich? I think that's the wrong way to ask the question. Let me just say without asking the question. What I want to say is that having money is a characteristics of a rich person. So it's not that when you have money, you become rich. You become rich, then you have money. So if you don't have money, that is only a characteristics of who you are. It's just a feature. So your account can be zero, but you are a rich person. We have it all the time. Maybe we just got what's it called? Maybe some bulk land, and our account is like 20,000 naira. But I'm not poor because I'm one like session away to sell a particular program, and that same day another money stream have come inside because I am rich. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when you walk into that office, the assumption is that this is a rich person coming to sell to me. And one thing we should know is that this thing is in cycles, is in circles. So for example, even if I want to do business with you, I want to do business with someone that is of my similar mindset. Someone that we can have relationship together. I can actually business of, I take it of us. There are two things. It has larger volume, then it has longer sales cycles. The person you're selling $1 million is not that once you close the deal, the business transaction has ended. No. So that means it's a long-term relationship. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that these people gauge the quality of people they want around them. So when they speak to you and you respond as a poor person, you will repel them. They are just not comfortable. They're just not comfortable with you. Money rehearsals. Let's take it serious. Money rehearsal is a real thing. If you have a friend that can have bulk cash, maybe you've never had 1 million naira in your account or 10 million naira. I don't know if that's possible. What I'm going to say is just tell him, send me 1 million naira. Let me just see it in my account. That's why I said I'm not sure it's possible. But what I'm really emphasizing is that you get comfortable with it mentally. And please don't take this thing theoretically. Do it. I've given you movies. Go and watch it. Go and price car. What's the latest Lexus now? Or the latest Prado? Just go and do some, at least get in trouble. Is your life not boring? Throughout this year now, you've never been in problem, except maybe health problem. Like, at least be in problem small. I told you, there's some problem that shows that you are progressing. For example, you went to a place, they offered you refreshment, and you told them you are not interested in buying, and then they chase you out. That's a good problem. Because you've increased your financial threshold, you've enjoyed the ambience. You were pestering a particular person to do business with them, and they told security to chase you out. That's a good problem. You are getting closer. It's just like if we put a bowl here now, and we write yes. Let's say we cut this paper into 30 pieces. Then we write yes, no on 29 of them, and we write yes on 10 of them, on one of them. Then we put them in a bowl. As you pick out no, what are you doing? You are getting closer to the yes. So you meet this one, okay, no, this one, no, this one, no. Before you know it. But the fact that you're not getting any no, you're not getting any rejection, you're not getting to, it means that you are not even close to yes at all. That's what it means. How will you wake up a day and you go to sleep and you don't market, you don't sell? You should be having sleepless nights, nightmare. Because that means you're not getting closer to making money. That means you never live your dream. Meanwhile, everybody you admire is selling to you every day. In fact, some of us, when we receive our salary, everything is consumption. Buy clothes, buy shoes, buy food stuff, there's nothing that is going into reproduction. What's the budget for advertising? What's the budget for books? What's the budget for coaching? What's the budget for maybe a community of high-ended people? That's the name you are already investing towards increasing your income. For everything, food, this, no. I've eaten, what's it called? Pure Bliss for 1 week before. Because I don't get money. He said, why? Is it that I'm the ambassador for Pure Bliss? why will I be eating Pure Bliss? I'm telling you. And let me tell you what I did. I actually bought a course of a program of the CEO of the company I was working with. A program that I have access to for free. See, this thing, when you don't pay attention. It's true. It's actually true. You don't pay attention when you don't pay. When it doesn't cost you anything, you trivialize it. I used to have a program from about 2021 to 2023, where I train people every day, 8 p.m. every single day. I just noticed that only about 4 people will come to class. So I stopped. Those people in that same group come to me now for the same thing I was teaching them then. But now, it's now PA that will answer them. They don't have access to me again. Because it was free. I used to do monthly program, this thing like this, free of charge. Sometimes 5 people will come. So that's how we come. The person will be dozing. I'm like, I'm not boring. Why are you sleeping? But after all, maybe he even thinks I begged him to come. It has to cost you something. I'm not saying. Sometimes when you have maybe a manager or someone who you know has something you don't know, buy the person lunch when you want to ask for advice. You take that advice seriously. Now when you just ask, what do you think I can do when it comes to this? And when you say, okay, you need to start posting. Okay, ma, thank you. You will just take it as it's one of those things. It must cost you something. It must cost you something. Right? People buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Who needs my products? What this page will help you do is that you can't go out a day and come in and not at least see. In fact, it should be. I hope I'm not putting anybody into trouble. It should be every single day. You should be signing in of the deal of the lead that you generated that you're talking to. Just walk in there. Oh, I noticed you guys do this. Do you have any alternative power, solar energy that you're using here? Oh, no. Oh, would you mind? We do something like that. I would just like to package something and maybe just come and show you, maybe a proposal to you. See, sometimes you want to be perfect. You don't know that it is you going imperfect. It is the response of that person that will give you the clarity of how you need to present yourself to them. But because you didn't even go at all, you are not going to get it. There are clients that they are the one that gave me orientation on how to close them. They just tell me their weak points. I know that this is it. Who needs my product? Specify and put e.g. this company. Do you even sit down to Google industries that use this thing, and this thing, companies in Abuja that are worth this amount of money? That's how you get clients. That's how you get leads. And then you pick their phone number from their Google page or their website and you call. Hello, I was just trying to reach out to you. I work with this and this and this. And then I want to ask, do you have any alternative solar power energy? What's it called? How is your energy? Something like that. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to come with a sales script. So that you can, definitely I'm even going to come because we are going to do practical tomorrow. We're going to do cold calling, practical tomorrow. You list out all those people, this small scale business that are doing maybe this number of employees, have offices in this area, this is the amount they are doing in revenue. So you now know, okay, this person can afford this kind of money. Then you write it. So you now know specifically who needs my product. Then you go to, why do they need my product? Why do they need my product? Why should they pay this amount of money for setup, for whatever it is to acquire this thing? Why? Does it make business sense for them? See, the goal is that when you get to your clients, they see that you've taken the burden to think on their behalf. That you are telling them their problem, and they're like, how do you know? You're like, on the average, I know you spend this amount of money on power. But do you know that when you move to this, you spend only this amount of money to this amount of money on power? The setup might be this, but when you check the benefit on the long run, this is how much you would have saved in the next 10 years. How many people can do that analysis if a client's working here now? That's the real product knowledge. Product knowledge is not we sell energy infrastructure. When you come and we do energy infrastructure, I'm confused. Why do they need my product? How much is it costing them? Right? And don't say, so that we can have clean environments. They don't care about clean environments. What they care is how it is affecting their pockets, how it is affecting their staff, how it is affecting the business as a whole, how it is affecting the money they could have put into other development of the business. You must know their pain point. Why should they patronize me? Why? Now, what are the consequences of them not having my product? So, for example, the person is an MD. I tell the person, what innovative thing have you done since you became an MD? Don't you think if someone comes up now and do something innovative like bringing this to the board, that are going to replace you with the person? I think the person is more progressive than you. The person is now thinking, that's true. I've not really done anything for this company. I just do the normal thing everybody's doing. Don't you want to be unique? But it takes audacity to talk to an MD like that. You can't be a wimp in sales. Hey, our company is very nice, so and we can help you set it up. Just tell me what you want. Just looking at you like, who is this? Who is this one? There's a way you can talk to someone that you can, I like you. They may very well want to say, but the confidence, the aura you bring, they're like, I like you. What do you do? What do you study? And they're like, you know what? I've had clients invite me back to their house before. You know, come, I would like you to meet my husband. I would like to meet my husband. And before you know, you are closing wife and husband at the same time. I'm the truth. The plain truth. It takes audacity. See, many of us, we need to, and this, I'm talking to you from my own experience now. There are some things you think it is being polite or being cultural. Actually, it is you showing sign of weakness. Okay. It's not everybody you call and you say, good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. They have first name. Hello, Demola. Some of you, what if the person is, at least it's on your phone. I get it. When you now meet the person physically, we are cultural, I agree. And they don't also know who you are. Do they? But good morning, sir. How are you doing today, sir? Okay, sir. The person already knows that. Who is this one? I don't care who is talking. Hello, Fred. I saw your website, and I think I have done a very terrible job. Who is this one to be talking to me like this? See, one thing you should learn is that all the content creators that have high following, there was something that broke them to limelight, and it was what? They evoke a kind of reaction. Either they made them laugh. Have you seen video? For example, how many of you watch horror movies? You see them? What's fascinating about horror? Why would you watch something that scares you? But it's because it evokes an emotion from you. Why would you watch some film that make you cry and you like it that it makes you cry? Because it evokes something. You watch something, it makes you laugh. That's because the goal of your contact with any lead is to evoke a particular kind of response. Once it's just blank, plain, bland, you are not getting to them. There must be something that is making them react or respond to you in a way. Is it that you get on the call with me and I laugh? You get on the call with me and I'm intrigued. I like the way you talk. It should evoke something. I'm like, why are you to tell me my website is trash? Then you tell them, okay, it's not trash. How much have you made from your website this month? We made 5 million naira. Well, one of my clients that does the same thing you are doing makes 50 million naira last month. How do you now calm down? Sorry, who are you again? Let me also give you expo. You can stage some things. Okay, this is it. You have, what's it called now? How many of you know how to use track record? For example, I was checking, I saw the project you guys have done. When you get there, it is not we did. It is I led the team that did the Port Harcourt refinery infrastructure. When the person looks at you like, really? You do not, did you say you are the CEO? No, I led. I'm a co-lead. So that when they don't say, come and say, you can say, okay, I will invite my co-lead. But when you get there, make sure there's something that makes them regard you. You can't be there and they are looking down on you. No, they have to look up. They have to look up. Actually, we are looking at doing something in the range of $500,000 to you. The last two projects I did actually was in the range of $3 million, $4 million. You asked the person you went to. The France project, what was the value in total? I think it was $7 million. Oh, okay, that's true. Let them go, and when they get to the website, they will see that there's a project there. Did they put the name of the person that led the project? No. The name of the person that closed the project? No. We've seen Suits. The first scene in Suits where AfriProsperity was brought in, where he had a paper in his that he said, in fact, in the last minute they hired me the money. It was just a letter. They are not paying attention. It is your fear that will not make you say some things. It is fear. It is fear. You need audacity to tell them the consequences of not patronizing you. You look them in. Many of you can't even maintain eye contact. They look at you, few minutes already. No. You don't get intimidated. You are here to help them. You are there. If you walk into, what's it called? Maybe, let's say Dangote Sugar, and you meet the MD, and see that maybe their cost on sugar have been something. Maybe you read their, maybe Dangote Cement, you read the annual reports, and you saw their consumption on energy, and maybe there's something because I looked at your trajectory over the last 5 years, and you guys have been wasting money on. You're telling GMD that he's wasting money? You mentioned Sarah the other time. I got to speak to him via LinkedIn. Via LinkedIn. That's where I got his contact from. The GMD. You know, he's my son, he's my namesake. Yeah. From LinkedIn. So I went through your profile and I saw that I can still remember my script. I saw that you speak more about. Then, to tell you, then I didn't even know how big Sarah Energy was. I just saw it because I had to send 50 leads, so I didn't have time to really do due diligence. So I had a script. I just fit in the business name inside. Is that when you now reply? I will now quickly go and check. Who is this one that replied? I just sent him a message. It was a template. I just filled in so I didn't know anything about Sarah Energy. I saw that you talk about energy and this and this thing. Well, I'm also fascinated about the energy space in Nigeria. Seeing that the Nigerian energy space is this and this and this and this, and I think that if you guys are on a good, I was telling him that if you guys are on a good pedestal, I'm sure, I'm telling you, I was telling him. And he replied, it was like, wow, you seem to be interested in the energy space. That's nice. But I said that I also, once he replied, the next thing is, well, are you by any chance interested in some real estate investment? So, caller, I'm telling him if he's interested in real estate. But he actually replied me. He replied. So sometimes it is even good when you don't know the person. Because now when I now knew that, I now became careful around him. But then I was just talking to him like, who is this? Who is this one? It was on LinkedIn I met the GM of Eco Hotels. Then just told me, anytime you want to host something, don't worry, we'll give you discount. You talk to these people. In fact, the first time he met, he was like, so this is you. I said, this is me, sir. You don't You don't present yourself like a wimp, like a small person. No. No. And let me say this also. You are not who you say you are. You are who you think. No, people don't see who you say you are. People see who you think you are. I can come here and tell you that I'm a millionaire. But honestly, what you'll be hearing, if I was not, is guy is broke. He's just faking it. It is who you think you are. Because, like I said, the subconscious is more powerful than the conscious. You won't know. There will be that filter in what you are saying. In your own ear, you are hearing what you are saying. But actually, people that are hearing, they are hearing the small person in your mind. That's why I said, do money rehearsals. You want to go and meet someone, write the speech, recite it, pocket. She's here. When I want to make some sales calls, what do? I stand up. I pocket. I'm in the office. I pocket and I'm walking around the office. I'm telling them because I need to be in a frame of mind, in a picture in my mind, for me to communicate from that place. So I'm walking about. I'm okay. So tell me what your budget is. Someone sent me a message recently and said, I want to invest in your company. I laughed. So I replied the person. I said, what do you mean? No, I saw that he has a bit of a profile, but I still noticed it was a fluke. But there will be people will talk to you anyhow when you also you don't respond in what's it called, in a proper manner. Is there any intern here? Intern? Okay, good. When I joined the company I was selling real estate for, I was a sales representative. Sales representative. My bio online was executive wealth advisor. That's my bio. I moved from there when I saw that other people were copying me. Today I said, Group Head Wealth Advisory. You mean know waiting there my salary? They don't have to know. But to you, am I not leading group? Are they not group where I work? If you believe, am I not sometimes, don't I lead you in prayer? But you now put online, intern, Genesis Energy. Even me, I won't do business with you. Why will I be talking to an intern? No. No. Senior executive, new businesses, Genesis Energy. Now you know say now you intern you be. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is John. I'm the senior executive of new businesses at Genesis Energy. Actually, you reached out to us, and one of my assistants made me understand that you're interested in one of our services. So I thought to call you myself because I have a few minutes spare time that I can spare with you. Do you mind if we talk now? They no go no. Say you be intern. They can't. So these are even some nuances you chip in on the sales call. You're talking, you're like, please give me a minute. I need to attend to something right now. You're not doing anything, just pause. Oh, all right. Thanks so much for your time. Let's continue. It shows that you are also someone of importance. You make this thing small.
Make it.
See, let's be real with ourselves here. People size you up psychologically. There's nothing like the way I dress. Nothing. People address you with the way you. If, as you got here now, what's it called? He is coming towards you, and a guy with dread, with crazy jeans and a singlet, both of them are walking. Which side of the road will you go to? Will you say no? I trust is that. I trust is that. Of course not. I will address you with the way you address. What are you telling me? I was reading a post that they were interviewing one prostitute and said we now have to dress extra revealing because the way we used to dress is now the normal way of dressing. Let's move on. So you need to, when you understand the concept, that's why I said you need to put yourself in a position where I am coming to do you a favor. I'm a strategic consultant with Genesis Energy and I supervise the new businesses we're trying to penetrate into. So do you mind if I speak to you for a minute? Call on Monday. He said, actually, I only have dedicated 2 hours every Monday to speak to new clients. For the rest of the week, I won't be available. So do you mind if we talk between this hours or this hour? So like, oh, so this guy is not available for, even though you don't have anything you're doing. The Tuesday again, you call new clients. Actually, I have dedicated time between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Tuesday. So you don't have to pay attention. So you don't go and say Monday. You don't go and call the client. You already said Tuesday on Monday. But these are psychological nuances. that you put into sales. The idea is when they see you, when they hear from you, when they notice you, they look at you as someone worth doing business with, especially with the volume of what you want to do. That as someone that no, I can do business for $500,000 with this person. First 3 months of starting my real estate firm, I got a call. Someone was offering me 250 million naira on a call. Ready, send me their financials number, send me everything. He said, we like your project. What brought them? They just saw the way I talked about the project. So I talked about the project. In fact, till now, some people still think that maybe I'm, what's it called? One strategic person in the company I left. Carry yourself with. In that brand identity, in the first page, there's something there that says that, check it please. That says, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. My name is Adesina. I'm an intern with Genesis Energy. Oh. My name is Adesina. I'm a business associate with Genesis Energy, and I help CNIs to transition from costs, high cost power this thing to cost efficient, this and this. Book a free 30-minute consultation with me every Friday. Put the link to your calendar there. And then you can't have that kind of bio. And you're not doing Moro Dance Challenge. Do you see how your brand determines the kind of content you do? You can't now be taking pictures. So you have to have, be aware of the kind of background you are taking pictures in. You can borrow chair in the office to take picture. If your chair is one that did not really show, you have good rapport with maybe your manager or something. Can I just take a picture and take it and you want to make videos? Make it, ask yourself, how will Mr. Omobiro make his video? I was watching his interview with Arise TV, and the way he was dropping facts, the Rwanda energy, this is this, this energy, this is this. I said, I was mesmerized. I was, it was so good to hear. How many of us have watched that video? Let's not get too familiar. That's another thing, right? So introduce yourself. Mention those who currently look like where you want to be. One of the ways I do my 90 days brand challenges, I'll find someone that is exactly where I want to be, and I'll start copying the person. So all the live session I do, you won't see the video outside. I can only cut excerpts. Then you see it. There are some pictures I take that I can't post online. I can only post on my WhatsApp status. There are some things I can only say on my WhatsApp status. I can't say it. In fact, the videos you see, there are a lot of them that I have to, they would have edited it and sent it to me. I'll say, no, this part cannot go out. Just leave it on YouTube. Anybody who has the patience to watch everything, we hear it. Because people can easily misinterpret it if you don't watch it contextually. So the kind of thing you want to portray shows also the quality of things you say. Shows the kind of things you repost. We see our status now this week now is I am chosen everywhere. Nothing about energy. In fact, Tinubu does something about energy, write an opinion about it, post it on Facebook, post it on LinkedIn. To publish on newspaper is no longer expensive. It's not an advert. With maybe 20,000 or something, you have a newsletter on business day. So your bio is featured on business day. They will think business day interviewed you. Have you get what I'm trying to say? Right. What are the consequences of not achieving your dream? Okay, I think I already said that. So, like the text says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That's what I've been speaking on since morning. It's not about we do energy. What reason are you giving me? Who are you? What have you projected yourself to be? What have I interpreted from you? That's why people will buy. People want to do business with you. See, when I see your page, it is you I want to do business with. It is you I know. It is you I want to trust. I can't meet the CEO. If I see her also, I do business with her on her own. Maybe when I now come around, we now have a meeting together, then you can now introduce them to me. But you are the representative, and that's why you must embody the brand. If you're not ready to embody the brand, you're not ready to make progress. Settle that one. You have to be in love with Genesis Energy if you want to make progress. In fact, your babe has to be jealous that pick between me and Genesis Energy. Say, I pick Genesis Energy. Next slide, please. That's a minute. Like, that's a video too. What your budget is. Someone sent me a message recently and said, I want to invest in your company. I laughed. So I replied the person. I said, what do you mean? No, I saw that he has a bit of a profile, but I still noticed it was a fluke. But there will be people will talk to you anyhow when you also you don't respond in what's it called, in a proper manner. Is there any intern here? Intern? Okay, good. When I joined the company I was selling real estate for, I was a sales representative. Sales representative. My bio online was executive wealth advisor. That's my bio. I moved from there when I saw that other people were copying me. Today I said, Group Ed Wealth Advisory. Maybe I mean waiting there my salary. They don't have to know. But to you, am I not leading group? Are they not group where I work? If you believe, am I not sometimes, don't I lead you in prayer? But you now put online, intern, Genesis Energy. Even me, I won't do business with you. Why will I be talking to an intern? No. No. Senior executive, new businesses, Genesis Energy. Now you know say now you intern you be. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is John. I'm the senior executive of new businesses at Genesis Energy. Actually, you reached out to us, and one of my assistants made me understand that you were interested in one of our services. So I thought to call you myself because I have a few minutes spare time that I can spare with you. Do you mind if we talk now? They no go no. Say you be intern. They can't. So these are even some nuances you chip in on the sales call. You're talking, you're like, please give me a minute. I need to attend to something right now. You're not doing anything, just pause. Oh, all right. Thanks so much for your time. Let's continue. It shows that you are also someone of importance. You did things small.
Make it.
See, let's be real with ourselves here. People size you up psychologically. There's nothing like the way I dress. Nothing. People address you with the way you. If, as you got here now, what's it called? He is coming towards you, and a guy with dread, with crazy jeans and a singlet, both of them are walking. Which side of the road will you go to? Will you say no? I trust his heart. I trust his heart. Of course not. I will address you with the way you address. What are you telling me? I was reading a post that they were interviewing one prostitute and said we now have to dress extra revealing because the way we used to dress is now the normal way of dressing. Let's move on. So you need to, when you understand the concept, that's why I said you need to put yourself in a position where I am coming to do you a favor. I'm a strategic consultant with Genesis Energy and I supervise the new businesses we're trying to penetrate into. So do you mind if I speak to you for a minute? Call on Monday. He said, actually, I only have dedicated 2 hours every Monday to speak to new clients. For the rest of the week, I won't be available. So do you mind if we talk between this hours or this hour? So like, oh, so this guy is not available for, even though you don't have anything you're doing. The Tuesday again, you call new clients. Actually, I have dedicated time between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Tuesday. So you don't have to pay attention. So you don't go and say Monday. You don't go and call the client. You already said Tuesday on Monday. But these are psychological nuances. that you put into sales. The idea is when they see you, when they hear from you, when they notice you, they look at you as someone worth doing business with, especially with the volume of what you want to do. That as someone that no, I can do business for $500,000 with this person. First 3 months of starting my real estate firm, I got a call. Someone was offering me 250 million naira on a call. Ready, send me their financials number, send me everything. He said, we like your project. What it brought them? They just saw the way I talked about the project. So I talked about the project. In fact, till now, some people still think that maybe I'm, what's it called? One strategic person in the company I left. Carry yourself with. In that brand identity, in the first page, there's something there that says that, check it please. That says, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. My name is Adesina. I'm an intern with Genesis Energy. Oh. My name is Adesina. I'm a business associate with Genesis Energy, and I help CNIs to transition from high cost power this thing to cost efficient this and this. Book a free 30-minute consultation with me every Friday. Put the link to your calendar there. And then you can't have that kind of bio. And you're not doing Moro Dance Challenge. Do you see how your brand determines the kind of content you do? You cannot be taking pictures. So you have to have, be aware of the kind of background you are taking pictures in. You can borrow chair in the office to take picture. If your chair is one that did not really show, you have good rapport with maybe your manager or something. Can I just take a picture and take it and you want to make videos? Make it, ask yourself, how will Mr. Omobere make his video? I was watching his interview with Arise TV, and the way he was dropping facts, the Rwanda energy, this is this, this energy, this is this. I said, I was mesmerized. I was, it was so good to hear. How many of us have watched that video? Let's not get too familiar. That's another thing, right? So introduce yourself. Mention those who currently look like where you want to be. One of the ways I do my 90 days brand challenges, I'll find someone that is exactly where I want to be, and I'll start copying the person. So all the live session I do, you won't see the video outside. I can only cut excerpts. Then you see it. There are some pictures I take that I can't post online. I can only post on my WhatsApp status. There are some things I can only say on my WhatsApp status. I can't say it. In fact, the videos you see, there are a lot of them that I have to, they would have edited it and sent it to me. I'll say, no, this part cannot go out. Just leave it on YouTube. Anybody who has the patience to watch everything, we hear it. Because people can easily misinterpret it if you don't watch it contextually. So the kind of thing you want to portray shows also the quality of things you say. Shows the kind of things you repost. We see ourselves now this week now is I am chosen everywhere. Nothing about energy. In fact, Tinubu does something about energy, write an opinion about it, post it on Facebook, post it on LinkedIn. To publish on newspaper is no longer not expensive. It's not an advert. With maybe 20,000 naira or something, you have a newsletter on business day. So your bio is featured on business day. They will think business day interviewed you. Have you get what I'm trying to say? Right? What are the consequences of not achieving your dream? Okay, I think I already said that. So, like the text says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That's what I've been speaking on since morning. It's not about we do energy. What reason are you giving me? Who are you? What have you projected yourself to be? What have I interpreted from you? That's why people will buy. People want to do business with you. See, when I see your page, it is you I want to do business with. It is you I know. It is you I want to trust. I can't meet the CEO. If I see her also, I do business with her on her own. Maybe when I now come around, we now have a meeting together, then you can now introduce them to me. But you are the representative, and that's why you must embody the brand. If you're not ready to embody the brand, you're not ready to make progress. Settle down one. You have to be in love with Genesis Energy if you want to make progress. In fact, your babe has to be jealous that pick between me and Genesis Energy. Say, I pick Genesis Energy. Next slide, please. That's light. That's a video too.
What's up, like?
That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's them. We have about 1 hour 30 minutes left. So you can have like 30 minutes, please.
I love the fully install. There I don't know the first stop from lunch. All right. Wait a minute, then we great sperm time.
Okay, we'll talk about
Get
it.
back. 59 days ago. But you picture your dictionary. Listen, sure, I'm looking for negative. 35%. Blocking the commercial plans and find out the inside of the books. So, looks good as on paper, we're in the kill zone. We're locking up. But, wait. How do you do, Mr. Nick? What fox? JD. Get a connection at the airport. So what's on your mind for stuff? Why am I listening to you? $25 you just start. Yeah. Just want to let you know, that around watching business. Always remember one thing. One places, one bought an apartment, do financing on that intelligence. Yeah. Working with some other stuff. 12 men. Can't tell you. Here, close the heart. Put those together.
Forgotten about it.
Come on, tell me stuff that I don't know.
Secret too far, actually. I think I'm gonna use it too. I think I'm gonna use it too.
What?
You saw
Is it Bell somewhere?
it. 80 medium body chest. That's West Florida. Northeast Caribbean. There's a lot of major cities. There was a addition of wound loss in a plane. The decision shifted away from design solution.
Blow away. should have been because coming with super. Back. Thank you, guys.
And then we'll come back to continue the rest. Can we all see this? Can we all see the? Okay. Okay, we can covering this. Can we all still see? All right. So, I wanted us to get from that place was when the guy told him, "Tell me something I don't know." The person you ask, the same person you're trying to actually probably talk to, ask 5 other people also saying the same thing in their ears. So why should they go with you? Why should they give you their time? Why should they give you their attention? And they won't give you because you have a fine face. No, you have to earn it. Right? And what's it called now? When it comes to what he did, now you heard that he has been calling what 48, 50. Draw this. This is awareness. This is interest. This is this. This is awareness, interest, desire, and action. The guy calling him 59 days in a row, right, is also calling other people also. Now, the thing about this is what they call a sales funnel. This is a sales funnel, right? And the concept of a sales funnel is that this is how customers are. You write on LinkedIn every day. You post on WhatsApp every day, awareness. You tell people every day, awareness. Maybe you speak to by 100 people that has interest in 100 people that has desire. So if you create awareness, you don't get interest, you don't get desire, you don't get action. If you saw the way their conversation also went, it was from, okay, tell me this thing. Then it got into, what's your card? That's desire. That's interest. Right? And the next thing was when he now invited him over to his club. That's when he now got to know more about the particular stock he was talking about. That's now desire. Then he now bought the shares. Right? And this is also, now I will wrap this around so that, what's it called? This quote, so that what we do can be tailor-made. Find customers for products. Find products for your customers. What does it mean? Don't look for someone you think should be a customer and try to sell your products to them. No. You find or what's it called now? You study the business. You do your homework on the particular business. You speak to maybe 1 or 2 people on the inside. You try to get, where are they? What are they doing? Do they actually have this problem? Right? That's why I say if you want to do $1 million, we can't be seeing you in the office. You're talking to 1 million people at the same time. You're trying to see what exactly is going on. Right? Because you have awareness. There's this saying in marketing that 50% of marketing budget is lost. The problem is we don't know which 50%. Right? So you want to make sure that, I think it was Glenn Stearns that said that the number 1 rule in business, find your buyer first. Find your buyer first. Don't just write proposals and just go and drop. You're just gambling. Can you do that as fun fair? Yes. But that you pick each businesses, and then by the time you to maybe ask a few questions from maybe the manager or the person you meet there, you're able to get this one, it does fit. So maybe you have just 5 meetings, but there are 5 quality meetings. And then from there, you now get to know what exactly is similar between the companies that you are getting to close. Right? But when it comes to actually doing marketing, right, we're still going to, based on this, we're going to do, that's when we come back, we're going to look more into consumer behavior. What are their interests? And one thing you should also know is that when you're even meeting someone, let's say you are getting into a particular company now, you are meeting the person. I think I'll just brush on this before we go for the break. You are meeting the person. If you are the MD and I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to the business. I'm not pitching to the company. I'm pitching to you. So if you're an alcoholic, I'm pitching to an alcoholic. If you're a womanizer, I'm pitching to a what? So I need to know who you are. What's it called? People will say, I don't play the deal, I play the man. It means if I can truly understand you, I can know why you will do business with me or if you are not going to do business with me. So that's why I said the bulk of corporate sales is the relationship management. It's relationship management. Such that if I speak with you for a few minutes, I can tell that this is what you do when you're no longer interested. This is what you do when you're interested. This is the kind of thing that can get you. Maybe I have to talk to you in a bar or take you out for lunch or buy you gifts. You can see the cigar he bought the man on his birthday. So you must understand the person you are talking to. And that's why I said in finding the customers for your product, in finding the products for your customers, it is in understanding the person. You can understand that this person, by the time the person is talking to the stakeholders, what's the level of budget this person can convince the board of? So you know the quality of this you can offer to the person. So we are in the business of making friends. We are in the business of what? We are in the business of making friends. So if there are clubs in Abuja, you want to join. You want to join and be active. You want to join and be active. We are in the business of making friends. Of making friends. See, in this kind of thing, I'm going to be honest with you. Hard work is the least of the trial. Network first. Hard work. You can even the Bible says the labor of whose it wearies them. You can be the one calling, but you are calling the wrong people. So prioritize what? Network. Network. So bulk of your awareness is to build network. Is to build network. You see someone you're hoping to convince, even if it's the person's 1-year-old daughter that is doing birthday, buy gift and send. The daughter does not know you. The daughter is not your business. It's the mother or the father. You're in the business of making friends. You don't know who just mentioned you. You know, maybe the husband. You can even want to get the husband, but you are going through the wife. They will say once the wife mentioned your name in the bedroom, you have the deal. You are just nice. You just say, I don't even know about that guy. He's just very nice to me. What does he do? He talks about this energy, something. I don't even know. Really? And you can tell him to send me a message. That's it. You wake up in the morning looking for what? Friends. And then when you now get them, the work now begins. Because now they are viewing your status. So what are the kind of things you are posting? Is it reminding them of who you are? Is it building them to know? You want to be pushing the consequences of not buying your product to their faces. If a company will run out of business, go and find it that when maybe they say because of overhead cost, go and put it that I'm sure that bulk of this cost is utility. Maybe what's it called? Power bill. You put it there. The person is looking. You are priming. You are priming. You are priming the person. Right. So when we come back, we're going to go into the sales. That's the consumer behavior part. We're going to talk about the interest and the other things, and then we'll now do a little bit of practical. So we can go for our break now. Thank you so much. Okay. What is it then? Okay. Where's my phone? Thank you. Okay. Okay, you want to remove the microphone? Yeah. to actually understand who you are trying to relate with. Like I said the other time, in the business of making. All right. So if you want to make friends, you want to make like-minded friends, right? Because it's easy. In fact, that's why. Let me quickly say a little bit about priming. Because when you get priming right, you get your sales is easy. Your sales will become easy. Each and every one of us, let's deliberate on a particular marketing channel. Okay. There are like 4 levels when it comes to generating revenue in business. The first level is singular product, singular channel. That is, I want to start selling, let me use Genesis Energy's product. The CNI package, the $1 million package. That's singular product. Singular channel is the decision makers of these CNIs. Where do I find them? Where do I find them? If it's going to be LinkedIn, then I want to do LinkedIn marketing. I want to do LinkedIn advertising. You know, there are 2 different things. Marketing is different from advertising, right? So so I'll stick to just LinkedIn. I'll become an authority on LinkedIn. Typically, it's often until you hit about 100 million. That's like when, what's it called now? For example, that'll be like 100 clients. Singular marketing platform, singular product. Many of us who do side hustles, right? You know, I see some profile. You're a graphic designer, you're a makeup artist, you're a tech bro, you're into real estate, you are doing, you know, you just have them, all of them like that together, like mushroom. Just like me. I'm not doing multiple things, so no, don't get it twisted though. I'm not doing multiple things. I own multiple companies. I don't run multiple companies. The real estate firm has its own MD. We have a financial services firm. It has its own MD. So I don't run the businesses. Yeah? For the year, I use my audience to advertise for my companies. But I'm not the one running the day-to-day activities of those companies. So Dangote is the chairman of Dangote Group, but he's not running Dangote Sugar. Elumelu is the chairman of Airs Holdings. He's not running UBA, he's not running Transcorp, he's not running Avon. So it's 2 different things. So, by the way, I don't believe you can be great at 2 things. I think it's just 1 thing, but that's by the way. When it comes to projecting yourself, you need clarity. You don't want to confuse your audience. What exactly are you doing? What exactly do you sell? They want to know. So that you can see, that's the easiest way to become top of mind. Once today you sell this one, tomorrow you sell this one, they won't be able to remember you easily. Because you won't even have that consistent projection on your platforms. But they read you today, energy. Tomorrow, energy. Next tomorrow, energy. The day after, energy. Before you know it, they will just know. Do you know this girl? That energy girl. Simple. Simple. So we need, what do you say? Exactly, becomes what you are known for. So when it comes to consumer behavior, there are some things you need to itemize so that everything you are saying, speak to them. And this idea of talking to so many people is wrong marketing. Right? If you see peak milk, normal peak milk adverts and peak 456 adverts, you see that the target audience are different. Right? That's because it needs to be specific. Why do you think most telecommunications companies, they have specific adverts for specific bundles? There's advert for Ovajara, there's advert for ATEX, there's advert for this one, and different characters. So that if I'm speaking to HNI, consistently, I know I'm speaking to HNI. Only HNI will find my profile appealing. Right? We used to, like I said, we used to have a monthly program, physical program before. So when I changed it to secluded it into my community alone, it's a program where even the community members are not paying for. But because I want to measure the quality of people in my circle, I put a price tag. So we might have 100 people say they want to come. When I tell them the price tag, they say, oh, sorry. The few people that will now come, hey. So if you're saying, I don't want to lose all the audience, you want to chase everybody, you end up not winning anyone. By the way, you select a market you pursue, you leave the other market to pursue you. What do I mean? When you focus on CNIs and they see that you are offering them stuff, people that can't afford up to that will start coming to you, and by then you now have power because they'll come to you as, do you have anything you can do for us? So you are not trying to sell to them too. They are the one now asking for what you are doing. For example, I don't even market my books anymore. I just wake up and I see that someone has placed order for it. I focus on the one I want to focus. So you pick a market that this is the market I want to focus on. Then you leave the other market to what? To pursue you. For example, you see that Apple market their current series. Do people still buy the previous ones? Yes. But imagine you're trying to sell what's it called, iPhone 13, iPhone 15, how many campaigns, how many times? But and then once they do an advert and you see iPhone 13 in one advert, you won't even know which one to buy. You'll be confused. Already the products look alike. They're saying iPhone 16 is only the camera button that's the difference. Right? But then you want to have distinction, you want to be different, you want to stand out, specific, you want to be clear. See, clear communication is the holy grail of marketing. Let me pick on you a little bit. The website I saw, we are this energy infrastructure, this and this. I'm sure it's written by a PR person. But when you go to Apple website, what you see there is iPhone 15 buy now. You can check it. Straight to the point. But we try to, I get it that most of us try to build a brand website. When you're looking for revenue, you build a sales website. But I think one of the two, I think subsidiaries, one of them is actually direct because that one has call to action. Right, that one has call to action. So what we want to do is having specific, so that if people just see anything you do, in few minutes, they know exactly where you are going to. They don't want to think. I used to write newsletters every morning. Before, every single day, I write newsletters before. But I stopped. Because I noticed that people enjoy watching videos than reading letters. So I'm like, why waste my time on actually writing? I'll just go live and, guys, cut out excerpts. That was easier. People could relate to that one the more. So you want to understand the platform that is working or that your target audience are on. And that's why you check their interest. That's why you check their interest. Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on TikTok? Right? And also, what's it called now? Don't let me go there. That would be confusing a bit. It doesn't have to be social media also. It can even be offline. Are they in the golf club? Are they in the polo club? What lounge do they go to? Are they in Rotary? Are they in whatever club you think there is? Most even there might be. In fact, I've sold to almost the pastor of every church I've ever attended. I'm telling you facts. You have to, once you know their interests, you know where they are. What do they do? What do they do for fun? Just try to psychoanalyze them. This caliber of people. And the best way to know them is when you can research specific companies, then go to their about page, see their MD, see their board, see all those things. Then pick each of them and Google them. Not all of them will have social media profile, but the ones that do, check what they post. That's the easiest way to enter into them. I told you about Sarah. I said, I noticed that you share stuff about this and you check what they post and it just easy to route out how you want to approach them. Right? So you won't just be beating about the bush. So all of us here, we don't have to target the same or trying to targeting everybody. Right? That's why I was giving an example which I said, Louis Vuitton, they have VP shoes, VP bags, VP what's it called? Asian clothing, VP perfume. Why? So that one person can face one market and that person can face one market. So you can know your market like the back of your palms. If you are the CNI guys, you know where to get them. You know where they go to. You know how to approach them. Right? And it doesn't even have to be them directly. You can just look at